A surefire way to know that an item is extremely popular is if it's sold out or not. We all remember those long lines as people queued for hours to get the very latest iPhone before it sold out. It can be argued that the harder a product is to get hold of, then the more popular that product is. And a comment on our recent Ally v Steam Deck vid from one of our great viewers, Kevin Guerrero, raised the question of why isn't the Ally sold out yet? And it got me thinking, as right now we're just under 2 weeks till the launch of the most powerful mainstream gaming handheld in the Asus ROG Ally, and yet it is still available to purchase here in the UK. But surely in the States, the Ally pre-orders will be sold out, right? Wrong. This is in contrast to the Ally's biggest competitor, the awesome Steam Deck, where right here in the UK, both the 64GB and 256GB models are sold out, and they're really hard to get hold of. So is the Ally just not as popular as the Steam Deck? In this video, we'll look at 3 possible key factors as to why the Ally is not yet sold out. So let's start with the price and the fact that the Ally has a high cost of $699 for the top Z1 Extreme model. Now you can purchase the lower spec Z1 standard chip model at $599, but most reviewers do agree that paying the extra $100 is the way to go, as this gets you the absolute most bang for your buck. Another one of our great viewers, Sunchon9229, raised a valid point, in that the Z1 Extreme Ally at $699 gets unfairly compared against the much cheaper 64GB Steam Deck model at just $399. And I do get this point, but you have to understand that the hardware configuration in that $399 Steam Deck model is exactly the same that's in the top end 512 version, apart from a slightly faster SSD and also an anti-glare screen, which is much more expensive at $649, and this is what makes that low-end Steam Deck such amazing value. But with SD cards being so much more affordable nowadays, you could get the Steam Deck at $399, a fast A2 SD card with 512GB for $50, and so for $449 total, you have a 64GB more storage and the same exact hardware spec as the $649 Steam Deck, a saving of over $200. I really do think that Asus missed a massive opportunity here, as if they offered the Z1 Extreme chip model with a 64GB version for say $449 or even $499, then this would have dealt a devastating blow to the Steam Deck. But we all know that it's in the high SSD pricing that makes the most profit for tech companies, which is why Apple charge an obscene amount for their higher storage options. And this isn't even taken into account that here in the UK and you guys in the States are experiencing a crippling economic downturn and heavy inflation, which makes purchasing high-cost luxuries like the $699 Ally even harder to justify. Next is the fact that we're only just now coming out of a semiconductor chip shortage, which means that in theory there are a lot more Ally devices manufactured and therefore available to buy. In 2020, during the COVID lockdowns we all experienced, this placed a massive pressure on the production of these semiconductor chips that are an essential requirement in all electronic consumer devices like iPads, phones, and gaming devices. And the shortage was so crippling that it was incredibly difficult to get hold of, say, a PS5. In fact, I'm rather embarrassed to admit that I had to pay a couple of $100 extra to a scalper just to get my hands on a PS5 way back in November 2020. Because like many, I was so frustrated at the complete lack of availability of the console. But thankfully, the semiconductor chip shortages appear to finally be over, with Sony exec Jim Ryan himself proclaiming at the start of 2023 that yes, the PS5 and in turn devices like the Ally will have no more shortages and have much more availability. Let's not forget that Steam Deck creators Valve are known primarily for their amazing Steam store, not for their hardware experience, as can be evidenced by their less than stellar Steam Link and other previous products. Compare this to Asus, which has much more purchasing power of components to Valve due to their vast array of phones, laptops, monitors, and gaming rigs. This making many more units of the Ally being available at launch, and therefore another reason why the Ally isn't yet sold out. And finally, let's look at the fact that there is just so much competition to the Ally. I absolutely love what another of our fantastic viewers, Anime to the Maximum, said, which is that the real winner is us, the consumer, and that competition is good. Ryuno2097 quite rightly added that competition breeds innovation, and we have the Steam Deck to thank for kickstarting this incredible PC gaming handheld revolution in 2022 and bringing it to the mainstream. We as gamers have never had it so good, with the incredible PS5, the newly released PSVR 2, the Xbox Series S and X, iPads with Apple Arcade, and of course the mega successful Switch with its 125 million plus sales and counting. And that's not even taking into account the less mainstream handhelds like the Ioneo devices and their super powerful, soon to be released 2S handheld. Then Steam Deck owners like myself have the difficult decision to stick with it or upgrade, and we actually answered this very question in the last Ally v Steam Deck video. And perhaps it's due to this massive range of amazing gaming experience now on offer to us as to why the Ally isn't yet sold out. But let us know in the comments why you think that the Asus ROG Ally is not sold out yet. Do you think it's one of these three factors, like the stiff competition of other gaming handhelds such as the Steam Deck? Or is there another reason why you think it's not yet sold out? We have so much great content planned over these next few weeks and months as we cover the Ally's launch. So if this video has really helped you to learn more about the Ally, then give those like and subscribe buttons a really good slapping, as it massively helps the channel out. And as a reward for watching the whole video, sticking right to the very end, I'd love to give you a special gift. And this is particularly for anyone who's perhaps struggling a bit today and needs just a little bit of encouragement. I came across this quote the other day, and it says this: there are 3 solutions to every problem. Accept it, change it, or leave it. If you can't accept it, change it, and if you can't change it, leave it. Life is too short to worry and stress, so stay encouraged today, guys. And if you want to see whether the Ally or the Steam Deck is the best choice for you, then check this video out right here. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.